national side for the first time in the gorgeous Golden Jubilee Stadium in UP. In the state of Arunachal Pradesh, for the first time ever, it's Sri Lanka versus India under-19s in the Group B opener. A fitting fixture as the Football Federation in India attempts to spread the game across the span of this massive country. This is one of the FIFA windows, so international football is the flavor. It's a wonderful setting, the colors, the weather, the fans. One cannot ask for more. All eyes on Upia and Arunachal, a historic first for the state in hosting the junior national side. But talking about history, first meeting between these two sides at the Under-19 SAFF Championship, which started way back in 2015. But in 2025, football is very different and the setting is very different. But the expectation from the regional youth tournament are the same, and India expected to perform, to produce and to win. What a wonderful scene and setup. It's a football festival in the Northeast, and we will have the national anthems very soon.
Deputy Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Sri Kento Jini, Honorable Sports Minister, Government of Arunachal Pradesh.
The Sports Minister of Arunachal Pradesh getting
representative Sri Kipa Ajay, Secretary General Arunachal Pradesh Football Association and Treasurer All India Football Federation. To be introduced to the players and officials of the team.
Is also the president of the Arunachal Football Association. Now the teams get ready, of course, waiting for the kickoff. And of course, Sri Lanka will be the designated home side tonight. India are currently 124 in FIFA ranking, and Sri Lanka are 200. But they've got the better of in the Indian senior national side in the past. Even the recent game has been a 0-0 draw. But this junior national side under Bibiana Fernandes is different. They stormed into the 2025 SAFF Under-19, won the previous edition in 2023, which happened in Kathmandu. And now all eyes here as the Blue Tigers get ready once again to play for the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Sri Lanka.
atmosphere absolutely ballistic. Viviano Fernandez has a 100% record at SAFF Age Group Championships, winning all 3 tournaments he has led India. The under-15s in 2017 and 2019, the under-17 in 2022. The 48-year-old now not only targets his 4th, but also looks forward to nurturing a strong squad for the next year's AFC Under-20 Asian Cup qualifiers. The AFC Under-20 qualifiers are the main target and trying to raise the bar. Still a lot of work with these boys to prepare them for next year. For sure, there will be more of them coming into the camp, and this SAFF is a good platform to start preparing for it. Time for the keep save photographs. The Sri Lanka lineup, 4 overseas players in there. Amit in defense, Ayman starting at left back, Nasim Faiz up front, and Zakaria in the middle of the park in a 4-3-3 from Imran Mohammed. They will be looking for full 3 points from this particular encounter. The other game from Group A ended 2-all between Bangladesh and Maldives. This is the Indian lineup. The local star Dodum Omang starts up front alongside Rohan Singh, and Prashant Jajo also gets a start. Shami and Dhyani Mithai will marshal the midfield. It's a 4-4-3 from Bibiano Fernandez as well. Shami has scored a goal in the Indian Super League for Punjab FC this season. The 18-year-old will be partnering alongside Dani Mithai and Mohammad Arbash in a 3-man midfield. I do expect Dani to take up that defensive role, provide that cushion in front of the back 4. Mohammad Arbash and Shami will get more license to go farther forward and help the likes of Rohan Singh, Omang Dodum and Prashant Jajo. The man in the center is Jasim Akhtar, supported by Sohrab Hussain and Rauf Raif, and the match commissioner Zahir Hussain. A start for Zodrick Branches as well, the Dempo Sports Club youth player. He will be supported by Sumit Sharma in the heart of defense, with Soham Yutreja and Malim Gamba, the 2 fullbacks. Irfan and Ayman occupying the wide areas for Sri Lanka. Nasim Faiz and Lukman Shibab will look to provide the width. This will be the 4th time India will host an age group SAFF competition after the under-20 men's in Bhubaneswar 2022, the under-18 women's in Jamshedpur, and the under-15 men's in Kalyani back in 2019. India are the defending champions, having beaten Pakistan 3-0 in the final of the last edition in Kathmandu. In 2024, the tournament was held for the under-20s, where India lost to Bangladesh on penalties in the semi-final. Well, Colombo is very far, 3,750 kilometers away from where we are today for this game. Well, the India senior national side met Sri Lanka when it was known as the Ceylon national football team in 1952. It was a 2-0 victory for the Blue Tigers. Tonight we expect a lot of flair because it is an attacking selection from Bibiano. We want to give all the players a chance. And one might think it's all about the rankings. It's not. And there is more riding on this. Preparations for challenges coming up for places in the national team. And players new and old straight out of the maelstrom. That was the Under-17 Youth League. And so many of them now in India's blue. And finally, of course, for the same, or based on performances a few years ago, the junior national side produced performance to storm into the Asian Cup. And here they come straight away into the attack. The noise levels go up by quite a few decibels. The momentum, of course, is difficult to maintain in international football, but they must start again. The Blue Tigers, the Blue Colts rather, begin once more today for tomorrow. They are geared up to defend their crown, having finished as runners-up in 2015 edition. And winners in the current iteration of the Blue Coats need to live up to the billing. The first game of Group B. And the other team of this group is Nepal. And here is Sri Lanka trying their luck from distance. Way off the mark. Suraj Singh starts in between the sticks. The Classic Football Academy product. 6 players from the Classic Football Academy into the starting lineup. And Rohan Singh has got experience of playing in the Indian Super League for East Bengal back in 2020 under Robbie Fowler. Shami, just a couple of months ago, he scored in the ISL for Punjab. Danny Mitay will play a huge role for India. Bustling pace. Rohan Singh is marshalled by Ayman. Sets it up for a cross. Dink towards the far post. A whistle is gone. Great support play. Malem Gamba Thaksham. Show him with Treasure just going up on the overlap. The boy from Karnataka, a part of the Bengaluru FC reserves. He started his career though with Rising Pune FC. Sri Lanka, they did not participate in the last 2 editions. This is their first participation at the under-19 category of the SAFF Championship. And eyes will be on Omang Dodon as well. Made headlines when he was selected for the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup in Thailand. The 18-year-old striker plays for Punjab FC. A son of the former professional football player Kage Dodum and Meni Dodum of Meora village in Banning constituency in East Canning district. Received a warm reception, the Indian team, on Wednesday at the Tony Polo Airport. More on that later. Meanwhile, on the attack, it's India into a nice area. What a chance. A great ball played in. Rohan Singh makes that later run inside the penalty area. Good weight on the cross. Danny Mitay. Rohan missing the target by a whisker. The Football Federation of Sri Lanka says the team is aiming for a competitive run in the tournament with preparations already underway. They look to make a strong impression against the regional heavyweights, including this game. The SAFF Under-19 Championship, the premier youth football tournament in South Asia. Sri Lanka's squad is expected to bring both passion and renewed sense of purpose to this year's campaign. 4 overseas-based Sri Lankan nationals, Amit Ayman Zakaria and Abdullah Faiz Naseem, have been included in the lineup, bringing valuable international experience to the squad. On the helm of affairs, Imran Mohammed, and a former national team player. India finding a lot of joy down that right wing. Low ball inside. And that's wonderfully protected by Mohammad Abdul Rahman. Relentless pressure from India. Trying to leave an early impression quickly off the blocks. The Blue Coats. A nervy start for Amit. And Ayman looks slightly shaky on that left-hand side of the defense. And they have decided to target him early doors and use the raw pace of Rohan, with Sohum Yuthreja also moving up on the overlap. Mohammad Arbash and Shami has been encouraged to tuck in alongside the single pivot Danny Mitay. It's India on top of Sri Lanka at the moment. Time and again, Rohan Singh doesn't get the elevation on the cross. Omang Dodum was present in the centre. Couldn't get past Mohammad Abdul Rahman. He's a telling presence in the Sri Lankan defence. Viviano Fernandes just speaking highly of his young players ahead of this tournament. What a ball in! Good save from the goalkeeper. It's partially cleared, adding a few more distance to it. India, once again, clever turn. And a free kick. And we have the first booking as well. A feisty start from Bibiano's boys. Irfan is the man. A free kick from a very good position. Oh, that was a sharp turn. Look at the build-up. Incredible distance on that delivery. And the India chance are on. Just pulling him down. Omang Dodum was on the turn. The Shami. What can he make of this free kick? And the skipper has got experience under his belt of playing the top level football. The number 10 takes it. Muhammad Arbash testing the keeper, Aaron, at his near post. The angle was slightly challenging for a left-footed player. Didn't get the curl he was looking for. Went straight at Aaron, who had his near side protected. And the likes of Gurnath Singh Grewal on the bench. India picking up pace via Prashant Jajo. Rose to prominence while playing for Sudeva Delhi under 21 side in the I-League second division. He's got 10 appearances. India in complete control. Rise the challenge. It takes a hit. It's been very lively the first 10 minutes. Sri Lanka just struggling to surpass the Indian half. They might take the aerial route to bypass midfield. Look for the physical presence of Abdullah Hussain up front. Not much distance from the goal kick. Vital intervention. Sri Lanka, they have it now. And that's Imran Mohammed leading them to the All-Ireland Under-20 Championship. He coached Zahira College as well. The first big assignment. And now getting in behind effortlessly, Prashant Jajo. Prashant's delivery is still tossed up nicely in the area. The referee blows the whistle. The Blue Coats were part of the inaugural edition of the SAFF Under-19 Championship hosted in Nepal. They placed in Group B alongside Afghanistan and Pakistan, while the hosts in Nepal were part of Group A with Bangladesh and Bhutan. while the Blue Coals coasted through the group stages, scoring 5 goals and conceding none. They faced a challenging Bangladesh side in the semi-finals. The flag has stayed down. It has went up. Just a fraction too late in raising the flag. And Danny Mitay was almost through. Clearly off. Sri Lanka coming from the left wing. Lukman Shabab driving central. No room to take a shot. Zakaria crowded out and now snatched off beautifully. Can India launch a quick counter? Tearing away at the other end. Not in sync with that pass. Was a sweeping ball out wide for Rohan. Abdullah Hussain is falling back to fetch the ball. India just having the numerical supremacy in the center of the pitch, where they tend to commit more men and crowd out. Zakaria, here's the side's playmaker. Just forcing him to operate from deep. Now Sri Lanka. It's a good looking ball in. Looking for Lukman. India had 3 blue shirts inside the box. And Lukman Shabab started on the left wing with Nasim Faiz on the right. Abdullah Hussain operating through the center. Khalil, the right midfielder, and Mohammad Umair, the left midfielder. And outside of the boot. Too much weight on that attempted through pass. The 5 of the 23-member squad were also at the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup 2023. Viviana Fernandez coached a few others during his time at Bengaluru over the last 2 years. Apart from them, there are 11 players born in 2008 who worked under Ishfaq Ahmed until last year and narrowly missed out on qualifying for the AFC Under-17 Asian Cup 2025, with most of them have already won the SAFF Under-16 and 17 trophies in 2023 and 24 respectively. And following Ishfaq's batch last year, where he felt could have qualified for the Asian Cup, Viviano just spoke to Ishfaq while taking up the charge, asked for his feedback about what he thinks about the players, and that really helped the Goan tactician as well. India showing a lot of attacking intent. The first quarter went to the Blue Coals, but still no goals yet at the Golden Jubilee Stadium in Upia, Arunachal Pradesh. A massive turnout, huge craze for the tickets. The SAFF Under-19 Championship attracting a lot of attention in Arunachal. Shami tries to thread it through. Sri Lanka had plenty of numbers back behind the ball. Squeezing out every inch of space and not allowing any room to India to break free down the middle. A positive start from India, just knocking them out of their strides. Oh, twisting and turning, darting in. Oh, what a finish! Prashant Jajo opens the scoring for India. What a strike! Turning his man inside out, tiptoeing inside the penalty area, and from an acute angle finds the top corner. A quality finish from the youngster. What a start for India. A time and again Sri Lanka were living dangerously,
Number 22, Prashant Jajo.
and in the end had to pay the price. Prashant Jajo's goal giving India the lead. And look at that, getting ahead of his marker. Saw the keeper at his near post. And a quality finish from the youngster. Never easy from that kind of an angle. Exquisite timing in terms of releasing the shot out of his feet. The best goal of this evening so far. Just class written all over it. Sri Lanka are succumbing under the pressure. Struggling to weather the storm. India calling shots at the moment. Rotating the ball from the right to the left. Oozing with confidence. Lukman Shibab. Can Sri Lanka hit India on the break? Lukman manages to win a free kick for Sri Lanka as he cuts onto his right foot from the far left, having a run directly at Shoham Yuthreja, who commits the foul and gives away a free kick to Sri Lanka. Can they make a quick response from this free kick? Zakaria and Khalil involved. A three-man wall formed by India. Shami, Rohan and Danny Mitay in there. Zakaria leaves it for Lukman Shibab. Will this free kick come to fruition? Lukman goes directly for goal. Doesn't manage to collect the ball in the second time of asking. Suraj Singh. There was a touch inside the 6-yard box. This was the free kick. I was aiming for the top corner. And the number 8 was barging in.
Have to go for the rebounds.
Nasim Faiz trying to capitalize onto the second ball. A slight error from the goalkeeper in terms of collecting the ball in the first time of asking. He spills it. And the fans of Oj age group. There's a massive advertisement, a massive impetus as far as football is concerned in this country. It's full house here at the Golden Jubilee Stadium. And 7:30 p.m. kickoff. And making it slightly easy for the fans as well to turn up. The weather conditions forgiving as usual in the northeast. Just the kind of start Bibiano Fernandes wanted. Closer to the tournament, Bibiano's focus has been on playing as many practice matches both in Bengaluru, where the team began the camp, and in Arunachal after arriving on April 30. The Blue Coals are staying in Naharlagan, 8 kilometers from the match venue. Played 3 preparation games in their run-up to the tournament. Accelerating once more, Rohan Singh. One of the games against some of the top senior military teams. It was encouraging to see the boys play so well there. And then they travelled here a week ago and played a match on Monday evening. Being here early. Just adapting to the conditions very quickly. The atmosphere and the conditions can be challenging sometimes in the northeast. We saw the senior men's team struggle against Bangladesh in the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers, which took place in Shillong. Oh, what a release! First time ball in. Omang Dodum doesn't get there. Both the flanks very active for India. Rohan and Prashant Jajo asking questions of the Sri Lankan defence. They continue to destabilize at the back. India once more invades the Sri Lankan territory. The quality of the pass not in contrast with the work done before. 24 minutes just flown past us. A breakneck beginning by Team India. Just giving the Sri Lankan team a lesson in passing it around. They build up from behind. Here is Shami, just forming the third centre back at times when Branches and Sumit Sharma looks to spread to the width of the 18-yard box, creating space in the centre for Shami to occupy and form a back three during the build-up. A lot of game time under his belt for Prashant Jajo, the goal scorer in the I-League second division. Lookman, he's got Shoham Yutreja to deal with. He's got support in the form of Mohammad Umair. Back to Lookman, he floats it. Called into action, Suraj Singh. And that lump upfield, searching for Omang Dodum. It's Omang Dodum, slightly isolated, support down the centre, and what a header! Danny Mitay doubles the lead for India. Omang Dodum with a goal contribution. A teasing delivery, spotting the run of Danny Mitay to the centre. And a fine placement from the on-rushing attacking midfielder. The keeper had no chance to react. He was stranded on his line as the ball nestled into the bottom corner. India just making it look so simple. Just spots the run of Danny Mitay. And a fine placement He was pursued by a couple of white shirts but still managed to get the cross in place. And a fine finish from Danny Mitay. India are 0-2 ahead. Viviano Fernandes just acknowledged the warm welcome at the airport, where lots of fans and media were present. I felt really welcomed here in the northeast. There was an urge for the local people to come to the stadium and watch the under-19s play and support them. And the crowd certainly responded to that appeal. Sri Lanka, what do they have now up their sleeves? How do they react to the situation? Will they buckle under pressure? Will India run riot against the island country? Fine work rate from Shami. Just tracking back to dislodge Zakaria. India pinch possession back. Great link-up play. Unlocking on the right-hand side of the Sri Lankan defence. Doesn't get through. Sri Lanka will look to come back quickly. A mistake down there from Ayman allows Omang Dodum to step in. And also from the Punjab FC youth team. In a recent time, the likes of Gyamar Nikum, Beong, Omang Dodum just coming up from this state of Arunachal Pradesh, which wasn't so obscure by the glare of Indian football in the past, apart from Jumfe Rime way back in the early 20s. We haven't had too many players from this belt of India, but now the trend has changed. Sumit Sharma working it to Rohan. Rohan with a reverse pass. Omang Dodum out-muscled. Just struggling to come out of their zone, Sri Lanka. For the first half an hour has been a one-way traffic. Almost a similar scenario in the opening game as well. In the first half, Bangladesh totally dominated Maldives. And the visitors made a strong reply in the second half. Controlled possession from Team India. Making them work for the ball, trying to draw out the Sri Lankan team, inviting them to go for the pressing ball, which can open up gap behind their defense even more. No breakaway move allowed. And now breaks free for India! What a goal! Danny Mitay on the double. Stupendous stuff from the Manipuri lad. From 20 yards out this time. A mind-boggling finish. with his weak left foot. Aaron beaten at his front post. Succumbs underneath the number 22. Now the ball retention so quick from the Blue Coals. Look at that. They win it back. And Danny Mithai lines it up onto his left foot and manages to find the bottom corner. India running away with the game. Up by 3 goals. A brace from Danny Mithai. Prashant Jajo scoring the opening goal. An assist from the local star Omang Dodum, which resulted into the second. The season before last, the Blue Coals went down a goal in the 32nd minute after Tej Tamang found the net, and India bounced back late in the second half with a goal from Shahbaz Khan to send the game to penalties. And the team lost 5-4 on tiebreaker to Nepal after Moinuddin Khan failed to convert from the spot. With a steely determination for revenge, they entered the season. The defending champions they play their next game against Nepal. A shorter format of a league cum knockout. A terrific start. Doesn't know where to look. The Sri Lankan team. Here's the link man, Shami from behind. Adventurous ball. And he's got acres of space to exploit. Pulls it back, shot comes in. Great save on the rebound. It's blocked off. Surge after surge from India. What a great ball from Rohan Singh. And on the rebound, it comes off a white shirt. The pressure is still on. Soham Yuthreja. On a hat-trick is Danny Mithai. There was a threat in terms of creating trouble up top. And now rise the challenge, sets it up wonderfully. It's still bobbling in the area. And the last touch coming off a white shirt. India wins a corner. A great variation in the build-up. Rohan Singh into that pockets of space. Went for the acrobatic Omang Dodum. Referee signals for a corner. Prashant Jajo. It's an in-swing floater towards the near post. Cleared away comfortably. Enough height than distance. And now Abdullah Hussain can carry the ball. Only momentarily. India regain possession. They quickly apply a counter press. While they lose possession of the ball, try to win it close to the goal before the opposition could get into a passing sequence. They've hit the nail on the head. Soham Yuthreja continues to stay up. Most of the attacks from India is wing based. Danny Mithai just tries to overload one half of the attacking zone. Bibiano just managing to tactically outclass Imran Mohammed. The Sri Lankan team looked pretty ordinary. It would be quite an Herculean task to mount a comeback from here on. India hungry for more. Keeper makes a mistake. And Omang Dodum so close, just putting it over the crossbar. A simple tap-in opportunity. Rohan, slight step over with his left foot. Keeper fails to collect it, but Omang Dodum blazing it over the crossbar. The Indian front line doing wonders, just getting the right kind of support from Danny Mithai as well. Mohammad Arbash and Shami does the dirty work. The number 7, more of a box-to-box midfielder, has the ability to travel with the ball, occupies a lot of space in midfield. He is India's linchpin, the midfield maestro. As the other number 7, Lukman Shibab, double teamed. Just wriggles out of that tight spot, Mohammad Umair. And doesn't find that run of Naseem Faiz. Oh, that's clumsy. A tackle from behind, Ayman. Bibiano just trying to unleash the pace of Rohan and Prashant Jajo down the wings. Both of them winning those individual duels against Irfan and Ayman. Here is the latter. Another teasing ball. Away from the Sri Lankan defence. Not too far though. India desperate to break the door down for the 4th time in this half. They started the game with a great intensity. You simply cannot take your eyes off this. Rohan and Prashant Jajo wreaked havoc already. And no room to breathe. It's back to Surat Singh, untroubled in this half. Another classic Football Academy product. What a very professional setup in Imphal. The current Bengaluru FC assistant coach Randy Singh, once in charge of the Classic Football Academy this season. They won the Under-17 Youth League. Here's Rohan. Close to him, Shohum Yutreja. Danny Mithai searching ball towards the back post, knocks it back, and the number 10, Mohammad Arbas, simply toying with the Sri Lankan defence. The island country all over the place. Number 4 for India. They've turned it into a practice game and made it look so simple. Danny Mithai once more involved. What a beautiful pass. He manages to stay on. knocks it central. And there you go, Prashant Jajo. Just putting it behind Omit. And Mohammad Arbash says thank you very much. Sri Lanka, can they find a consolation before going into the half-time break? Zakaria leaving it for Faiz. That's a wayward try. Danny Mitay, young sung hero for Team India in the first half. Prashant Jajo caught eyeballs as well. Has been a standout performer for the Northeast United FC as well, Danny Mitay. He's got appearances for the Highlanders in the Durand Cup, in the Indian Super League as well. Now most of the Indian players are exposed to top level football. Dictating play from deep, Shami. He's just bossing that central zone. What a ball! Split opens the Sri Lankan defence once more. Cuts onto his left foot, still brings it down. And Mohammad Arbash. Now the midfield and defence gone into tatters. High quality press from India. The Sri Lankan team, they do not have an answer at this point of time. Now this game is already beyond their reach. It's Abdullah Hussain for Sri Lanka. Zakaria. There was an outlet on the far right. A poor ball. Now the four overseas yet to gel with the team. They haven't looked that influential. The likes of Omit, Nasim Faiz, Zakaria and Ayman. They certainly need time to get used to the playing system of Imran Mohammed. Mohammad Umair. A searching ball. Far ahead of Lukman Shibab. 3 minutes added on.
There will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time.
India has displayed a wonderful passing game. They increase the tempo every time they enter in and around the 18-yard box, where they make players available. And they overload the Sri Lankan box. Oh, another telling ball in. Gone past the keeper. And Rohan Singh Ningthojam is bewildered. And no one able to apply the finishing touch. And then they come back into the second half. Let's see with what plan Imran Mohammed approaches the second 45. And the talk around the dressing room at this point would be to not concede any further. A memorable start for Team India. The play with a lot of fire. The difference in quality is clearly palpable between the two teams. Rohan goes for that first time cross, plucks it out of the air. Aaron. Now Zakaria. On to Lukman. A run offered up front. Zakaria just ignores him and switching it to the far right. Abdullah Hussain delivers the cross. There was a man in white lurking behind Shoham Yutreja. India's defensive organisation absolutely spot on. With just about 10 seconds left in this half. It could be a chance for Sri Lanka. A long range try. Straight to Suraj Singh. Referee Jasim Akhtar blows the half-time whistle. A memorable start for Team India. A brace from Danny Mitay. Prashant Jajo opened the scoring. And the fourth strike came in from Mohammad Arbash with a local lad Omang Dodum with a goal contribution, setting up Danny Mitay for the second goal. Sri Lanka in the first half completely rattled. The half-time scoreline reads Sri Lanka 0, India 4. And the crowd certainly have got their money's worth. Now let's have a look at the highlights from the first half. It's match number 2 of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025, Sri Lanka against India. Prashant Jajo had the last say in that individual duel. A goal in the first quarter. Then the setup from Omang Dodum for Danny Mitay. Just digs it nicely. A pinpoint cross. Then Danny one-way traffic. India just running rings around Sri Lanka. Rohan and Prashant Jajo has been a treat to watch with the ball at their feet, and Shami controlling the midfield exceedingly well. Now the crosses finding their mark. Rohan and Prashant Jajo both have been quite exceptional, and Omang Dodum, the youngster, with an assist, just setting up Danny Mitay for the second goal. Sri Lanka all over the place in terms of dealing with the Indian attack. A new turf at this venue with a better drainage in the city, nestled in the picturesque Arunachal, captivates with its natural splendor and cultural richness. Surrounded by lush greenery and rolling hills, and it offers a serene escape from the hustle of modern life. The traditional dwellings, adorned with vibrant hues, seamlessly blend into the breathtaking landscape. Arunachal Pradesh is not only a visual delight, but also a cultural treasure trove, showcasing the unique customs and traditions of the local community. Now, the warmth of the people and the hospitality adds to the allure of this hidden gem. We are underway with the second half's action, nestled in the serene east of the northeast. This remarkable soil holds the honor of welcoming the dawn to India. Witness the magic as football fever unites with the rising sun. The second half is underway. This Thokchum Malim Gamba comes from west of Imphal in the village of Haurabi. He spent his youth with the classic football academy of Manipur. Let's see if India can maintain the tempo and attack with the same intent. Usually have seen teams, once they manages a handsome margin in the first half, tends to drop their guard. Danny Mitay to take the corner. India getting numbers inside the Sri Lankan box, all waiting like a train, one after the other. Something of the training pitch. The keeper fumbles. It's cleared off the line. Drops right on the edge for Shami to protect. He cushions it behind. Now this was the opportunity from the corner. In swing floater. The keeper missing it altogether. And just blocked on the line. Almost the fifth for Team India. Back-to-back corners. He's got a menacing left foot. Plays it short. Some variation. And the first touch slightly heavy. Still manages to keep it in play. Do follow us on Instagram at the rate Sportzworkz. Tune in to the Sportsbox YouTube channel as well to witness the live action from the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. India trying to build up. Danny Mitay with a floated ball. A hopeful delivery. But that doesn't come in, but Omang Dodum! Omang Dodum! And the youngster from the land of dawnlit mountains has lit up the stadium here. Omang Dodum. An assist in the first half. And a goal under his belt right at the start of the second. A memorable stuff from the youngster, and the stadium will remember this goal for a long time. great cheer for the local lad. And a 5-star performance from Team India. And look at that. Once more, that similar error. Trying to play out from the defense, giving it away to the youngster. Sells one dummy. Fine body fake. Finishes. He kept his composure nicely. Look at that step over from Prashant Jajo. Just drawing a lot of cheer from the home faithfuls. India, they play Nepal next on the 13th. The shot was low trajectory. The keeper going down on time. Oh, another giveaway, another strike. The goals continues to flow here. One after the other. A hat-trick for Danny Mithay. The first hat-trick of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. It's the youngster from Manipur who has lit the stage. The players from the northeast, they continue to dominate in a familiar setting, in a familiar surrounding. Getting themselves into trouble. And Danny Mithay takes full toll. It's half a dozen for Team India. Will this end in double digits? Sri Lanka have earned a corner for themselves. Completely rattled. They buckle down under pressure. India opened the lock gate early. Since then, the goals just went on flowing. And now shrugs off the challenge. Mohammad Arbash onto the path of Prashant Jajo. He's got Zakaria for company. Prashant Jajo finds Mohammad Arbash. Now the Indian captain. Another Danny Mithay delivery. Curling it in with his favourite left foot. Sri Lanka will make a couple of changes. Francis Pereira and the number 16, Shahid, ready to be brought on. And out goes Mohammad Umair. Francis Pereira replacing him. The crowd getting behind the team. Truly warmed up in the stands. Another ball from the corner. Nothing comes off it this time. India not done yet. A couple of early goals within 7 minutes. Bibiano's boys just completely destroyed Sri Lanka's shape and organization. Prashant, Irfan just leaving space on that occasion for the number 22. India just getting space to operate. Not enough support from the wide midfielders. Hell and heaven difference between the two teams. Omang Dodum has been as bright as a button. Injury concern, play stopped. Having a wonderful game. He played for the Delhi state team as well in the Santosh Trophy. He's solidly built, he's got decent height. For Omang Dodum, the ability to hold up play up front, his primary attribute, and the way he links up with the supporting players is a treat to watch. Good defending from Thokchum. A big margin defeat in the opening game will end the road for the Sri Lankan side. Now the goal difference going to play a major role. Only the top two will make their way from each group into the knockout stage. Now the goal difference can play a big part. India versus Nepal is going to be a interesting game. Always closely contested. This man Shoham Yuthreja has been phenomenal as well. Is Jordik Branches from the Dempo Sports Club youth system. On the overlap is Malim Gamba Thokchum. Sliding in Irfan on a yellow card. Pulled down Omang Dodum in the first half, just outside the box. For the South Asian Youth Championship, the future stars in action. The attempted clearance just came off his own player who got into the way. That's quite a frustrating way to concede a corner kick. It's a chock-a-block. Golden Jubilee Stadium. Another teasing delivery. Cleared off the line once more. Trying to sort his feet out. Mohammad Arbash. Chance to launch a quick counter. Lookman. They've lost their track. Sri Lanka. They'll try to make the scoreline look respectable. Bibiana Fernandez will be a happy man. Won the SAFF under 15 in 2017 and in 2019. Wholesale of changes. Rishi Singh coming on for India. And making way for him is tonight's standout performer, Janimite, the scorer of the hat-trick. And the number 18, Samson, also coming on. A stellar performance from Danny Mitay. Great acknowledgement from the crowd as well. Rohan Singh is off as well. Samson replaces him. All like for like changes. Debiano just trying to keep the shape intact. Malam Gamba. It's a branches. Almost halfway inside the opposition's half. Prashant Jajo. Prashant Jajo goes for the cross. And a man arriving from the right hand side. Ambitious effort. They've touched the hour mark here in Arunachal Pradesh. Sri Lanka 0, India 6. Half of them scored by Danny Mitay, and a goal apiece from Omang Dodum, Prashant Jajo and Mohammad Arbash. The confirmation of the changes, Rishi and Samson. Meanwhile, Prashant Jajo leaves it for Malim Gamba. The clearance is miscued. Sri Lanka continues to play with fire. Bharat has replaced Omang Dodum. The confirmation of the third change made by Team India. Here is Shami's header, a glancing attempt, a scramble down the line. Another goal for India. Second of the night for Prashant Jajo. Scrambles it off the line, the number 22. Number 7. The keeper, Aaron, after that glancing effort from Shami, just spilling it onto the path of Prashant Jajo. Just went for it with his extended right foot. And a brace for Prashant. India up by 0-7. 4 goals in the first half, 3 already in the second. Another goal will be a perfect balancing act. Still plenty of time to take the scoring tally to double digits. The goalkeeper coach Dipankar Chaudhary in there was once in charge of the Northeast United FC in the Indian Super League. The man from Bengal. The poster for Dodum Umang. He has lived up to the billing of the crowd with a goal and an assist to his name. A good start for the young striker, earning a place into the starting 11 as well. He's played plenty of football here. have a day off tomorrow. We'll get back with the SAFF Under-19 Championship action day after tomorrow. Double headers each day. Bangladesh can be a dark horse in this competition, and especially the way they played the first half earlier in the day. A couple of defensive lapses in the second half resulting into this 2 goals scored by Maldives. They have a lot of fire into the attack. It's a sweeping ball towards nobody. Very unlikely of an Indian side. 2 more changes. Hirun Mirasha and the number 23 Akram Hafiv are coming on. Lukman will be off, and so is Abdullah Hussain. Sri Lanka will continue to play a low block. They've got nothing to gain from this game. In case they stop the Indian side from scoring in double digits, can be a psychological victory for them. And now picking up pace, the newcomer from the left, Aaron Francis Pereira. Another huge disappointment for Imran Mohammed. The entire setup broke down. India just pushing forward aggressively right from the word go. Sending a clear message, that is how they're going to play throughout this tournament. Prashant Jajo's delivery. Lack of height. And this time cleared away comfortably by the Sri Lankan defense. Francis Pereira. Despite the setbacks, they just follow that one template of playing out from the defense. They conceded possession cheaply twice inside the box, resulted into 3 goals this evening. But the message from the coach is clear. They've been given the freedom to play fearless football. Johan Benjamin will be introduced by Bibiano. And Prashant Jajo is coming off. He's played his part. The perfect opportunity to test the bench. Straight away in the thick of action, Johan Benjamin. Cross comes in. And it has gone into the back of the net. Seems like the whistle was blown. by Jasim Akhtar. A foul committed on Aaron. Now the goal won't stand. It's been given as a foul. The goalkeeper touched inside the 6-yard box. That is the keeper's zone. Even the slightest of touches will draw a foul in his favour. Now this was the incident. A good looking delivery. Attempted clearance coming off his own teammate. The goalkeeper receiving treatment. Cramped up slightly. After such a disappointing evening where he had to concede 7. Very difficult to stay strong mentally. And apart from India, Nepal most likely are the favourites to qualify from this group as the second team rather. But all of that will depend on the 13th of May when the two South Asian giants will lock horns against each other. A relaxed Indian bench, just treating it as a practice game. And look like a play as you like contest. The Sri Lankan team falling apart time and again. Every time India tried to attack them. Shami is playing a pivotal role in midfield. A silent killer. Now the goal scorers, they take away a lot of plaudit in the game of football, but Shami just doing his job silently. In case you've watched Carl McHugh play in the Indian Super League for FC Goa, a big match performer, quietly does his job assigned to him. Binding the team together from deep. A good looking ball from Benjamin. Might be a shooting opportunity. It's still alive for India. Pereira's clearance. No distance on that. Inviting another Indian attack. And the cross was overcooked. We've had 4 goals in the opening game. 7 already in this one. 11 goals in the first match day of the SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025. Still about more than 15 minutes left. Only one result possible from here on. The game is done and dusted. A chance for the likes of Johan and Rishi to maintain the momentum. Here is the number 14 trying to find space for the shot. Close down by Mohammad Abdul Rahman. Now the Sri Lankan defense just falling like a pack of cards. It's a landslide result from Team India. At such a high altitude, if you are not used to playing in these situations, it becomes difficult, especially the last quarter of the game. Oh, that's a flicker on from the near post. Bharat tries to, helps it on, but doesn't find his teammate. Ball comes in, and he looked interested. Bharat went for a fancy flick, just tried to divert the ball. This was Johan Benjamin with the perfect ball in. A flick at the near post from Bharat. Went across the face of goal. And the clearance coming off the defender. In swing floater, escaping everybody. And it's retrieved at the far side, Johan Benjamin. A decent height of the cross. From one side to the other. Comes central. The attempted header was blocked. Says Malim Gamba Thaksham. Easily intercepted by a white shirt. Sri Lanka just slowing things down. They do not want to concede any further. It's been quite an embarrassing evening for the island nation, with some shambolic defending. Now the game just stopped frequently in this half. Now the players just picking up cramps. In the latest stage of the game, it's Irfan this time, the right full back of Sri Lanka. Haven't been a great introduction for the Sri Lankan team in the SAFF Under-19 Championship. Their first ever participation at the Under-19 age group. Ronaldo setting up for a shot, but somehow it's been kept away. The keeper dives to his right, just putting it beyond the touchline. Attempted shot, just taking a wicket deflection. Johan Benjamin, time and again just targeting the far post. Because Mohammad Shami went with the side foot. Taking a deflection of a Sri Lankan defender. Another low ball inside. Intervention. Another real test for India. They're going to be in the knockouts when they face the likes of Bangladesh and Maldives. But Johan Benjamin once more. He's been involved since his come on. Rishi. Shami. Still Shami. The players converging. Johan Benjamin. Another great ball in. Shot on the turn from Bharat. Harmless in the end. A similar story, just like the first half. Didn't manage to soak up the pressure. And Imran Mohammed has a lot of work. First of all, he needs to get the organization in place. The defense becomes parallel. Not much support from midfield as well. I have to spend a lot of time in the training pitch. Shoulder barge on Johan Benjamin, resulting into a free kick for India. The number 6, Gurnaj Singh Grewal, the East Bengal FC player, will be introduced. Mostly defensive-minded, replacing an attack-minded player. They've got 2 pivots now in Shami and Gurnaj Singh Grewal. And the former might take up a slightly attacking role. Oh, beautiful flit flack, and Shami has put it in. What a finish from the number 7. Resembles the Brazilian legend in Ronaldinho in flick flack from such a tight spot. Attacks the byline and putting it through the keeper. Goal number 8 for Team India. Look at that finish. Outfoxes 3 white shirts and just takes Mohammad Shahid out of the equation. There is time to get in a couple and make it 10-0. The Indian team, especially at the youth level, so strong. The last time around, the under-17 side almost making it to the under-17 FIFA World Cup. They reached the quarterfinals of the AFC under-17 Asian Cup qualifiers. Johan Benjamin was flagged off this time around. Wins by big margins. Certainly it gives the players a lot of confidence. They've scored goals for fun. Just giving the Sri Lankan side a lesson in finishing. It's been a field day for this Indian team. Shami once more. Oh, slipping it in for Rishi. Keeper gets there first. Off his line very quickly. Oh, look at that defense splitting ball from Shami. Tried to round the keeper. I couldn't get the feel of the ball, the number 8 in the end. We'll come back day after tomorrow with more SAFF Under-19 Championship 2025 action, with Bhutan taking on Bangladesh in the first game of match day 2, followed by Nepal versus Sri Lanka. That is a 7:30 p.m. kickoff here at the Golden Jubilee Stadium. Oh, a premature invasion. So play stopped for the time being. India will be in action on the 13th after a couple of days gap. Malim Gamba. Malim Gamba's cross into the side netting this time. So close. And look at that combination play between Malim Gamba and Mohammad Shami. It was a bold move though from the Sri Lankan team to start in a 4-4-3-3 formation against India at their home turf. I expected Mohammad Imran to keep the defense compact. We expected him to start with 5 players in midfield. That was the indication from the previous day's training. Retained for quite some time with the 4-2-3-1 formation, with 5 players in midfield. Right of Shami, Arbaz and Danny Mitay, wonderful passers of the ball. They can change the complexion of the game on their own. And all 3 match winners. Now holding on to the ball. India will like to keep a clean slate. Rishi brought down, free kick. Shami close to him is Gurnaj Singh Grewal. He walks away. Regulation time of less than 2 minutes left. Shami. Now that's poor from the number 7. Uncharacteristic of him. Johan Benjamin. India trying to attack from the far right. Samson. He was denied space. Hardly been tested, the Indian defence. Always refreshing to see attackers among the goals. The quality personified. Oh, that's beautiful from India. Stepping in just in time. Additional time, 4 minutes. A chase on there from Pereira. Shuktar Bright. He commits a foul and will be booked. Second Sri Lankan player to be booked in this game. The first one, of course, was Irfan, the right full back. Oh, used his arms onto the face. Shumit Sharma was brought down. Shuktar Bright, confirmation of the yellow card. Suraj Singh, untroubled, untouched. Johan Benjamin. He's got a wonderful crossing ability. Played it out. A goal kick signalled. The crowd certainly starting to leave. We'll come back in support of the national team on the 13th when they take on Nepal. But such is the love for the sport in the Northeast. In every game you might expect the stands to fill up. When during the Santosh Trophy, Arunachal got eliminated from the group stage, but the crowd showered a great interest in each and every game, which was a spectacle, making the tournament a successful one in the end. The fuel of football, the fans. Even at this mark, the Indian team interested to go for the press. Testament to their fitness and stamina. Johan Benjamin rise the challenge. Chance for the number 8, Rishi. And now Bharat sets it up for Shami. Onto his weak right foot. It's wide. There it is, Rishi arriving very quickly. Good save from the goalkeeper. And then Bharat laying it off for Shami. A Less than 20 seconds left on the clock. India will certainly put this performance behind them and come back even stronger against Nepal. They've raised the bar of expectation. They've set a standard here with their gameplay this evening. And the fans now will expect them to win by multiple goals in each and every game in this competition. And there goes the full-time whistle. Mohammad Jassim Akhtar brings the game to a close. A landslide victory for the Indian under-19 team. The Blue Coals drowns Sri Lanka under-19 by 0-8. A hat-trick from Danny Mitay, a brace from Prashant Jajo, and a goal apiece from Omang Dodum, Mohammad Arbas. A comfortable victory, a comprehensive victory for the boys in blue. Sri Lanka would want to forget this